Hello and welcome to Maths Today, back in our classroom. It's like old times. Now today's maths actually is almost simpler than Tuesdays. I think you'll buzz through it. I'm just going to go through the basics. You won't be able to see me probably because I'll be out of shot, but you'll be able to see the important bits. And then I will leave you to it, but I think you'll be able to crack on with this really nicely. So just to recap then, crew, on the main angles and what they represent in turns. So 90 degrees, we know that's a right angle, and that's a quarter turn. We call that a quarter turn because if I was standing this way and then turned a whole right angle this way, I've turned a quarter. Like on a clock, I would have turned a quarter of an hour. So that's a quarter turn or 90 degrees. And here we've got 180 degrees, which is a half turn. So if I was facing this way and I turned 180 degrees, I'd turn this way and this way. Like turning two right angles, which is important to remember. So 180 degrees is a half turn because it's two right angles. Because you'd have, ignore the mess there, but you'd have one right angle, two right angles. Okay, 270 degrees is 3/4 of a turn. So that's because it's three right angles. Look, can you see? 1, 2, 3 right angles. So if I was standing here and I turned 270 degrees, I'd do 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. I'd end up facing this way. Okay, then the full turn is 360 degrees. So if I started facing this way and I turned 360 degrees, I'd be here, 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 and then back to you. And as you are probably saying right now in your homes, that is 4 right angles. Because if I was to put a cross through it, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 right angles. Super stuff. Now, I've just put up here, well, that's 45 degrees. You might have worked it out. That is half of a right angle. I'm only putting that there because that will help you with the first question. Also, those of you who are feeling mathematical, if we were doing that in terms of turns, that would be a 1/8 turn because it's half of a quarter. But we won't get into that now because that's high school work. Just 2 other bits before I let you get on with your learning. I've got some fractions down here. Angles down here, and I want us to roughly estimate their size. We don't have to measure today. It's all about being able to use our mathematical knowledge to roughly estimate. Now look at this one. We know that that's 45 degrees. That's 90 degrees. So if we said that was, so that's 90, we said that was 45. We're slightly closer to 90 than 45. So I myself would go somewhere around 70 degrees for that one. You might disagree, you might think it's more 65, but it's somewhere around that mark. We can't be accurate because we're just estimating, but I would go for around 70 degrees. Look at this one. Now this one is, well over 90, but not quite 180. I would say it's almost in the middle. So I would think, well, what's exactly in the middle between 180 and between 90 and 180? Well, that would be 235. Yeah, I'm right. 235 degrees. So if you think it's exactly in the middle, you'd go, 235. What are you doing, Mr. Cole? No, ignore me. 135. 135 is halfway between 90 and 180. So I would say 135 degrees because that would be 180, that would be 90, and I think we're almost smack in the middle, which is 135. Oh, I think I saved that one from me almost ruining it. Do your best today, guys. Have a go at the questions. You should breeze through these because they just use our previous knowledge. Have a good day. Email me if you need me. Bye-bye.